What is up, YouTubians? Gary with VW Jawbreaker. Welcome back to the channel. Today, it's gonna get warm, so we need to get crack-a-lacking in the garage here and bring you guys up to speed, because I've been working without bringing you guys along. But everything I've been doing has been the last little bit of welding, grinding, things like that, small little patch panels, stuff we've already been doing to get this chassis done for the 1960 Franken Beetle Baja Volksrod build. So let me bring you up to speed. Everything's pretty much squared away. Hey, we got floor pans. Yeah, boy, we're doing floor pans today. So I set them down in place, right? And what we did is I went ahead and took a soapstone and marked my edge all the way around. And what we're gonna do is use a hole punch. You can pick these things up at Harbor Freight for dirt cheap. We're gonna go ahead and mark about a 1-inch spacing and just sit there and punch holes all the way along so we can rosette weld into the tunnel, or plug weld, whatever you want to call it. So I think it's time to start crack-a-lacking and stop the chit-chatting. But first, have you checked out VWJawbreaker.com? You got links to your social, merch, stickers, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Make sure you check it out. All right, let's quit the jibber jabber. Let's get to work. That was pretty easy. So, got it in. Got all of our tacks done. Now I didn't bother dressing all the tacks. The reason being is we're gonna be laying seam sealer on both sides, on the inside and on the underside as well. One little PSA thing that I forgot to mention. The bottom side here, there's a hook. This hook needs to be welded to the pan. Anytime you're doing anything, never remove this hook off. Always leave that hook on. That pan has to sit on this. Without that, you're not going to get the proper support. So, one pan pretty much down. Few little tacks left to do, and of course, got to weld on the hook along the back side. Not 100% sure if I'm keeping the jack points on. The reason being is, well, those usually just crush your heater channels and stuff anyway. So, next is to do the next side. Problem is, I don't know if I have enough gas left in the tank, and I don't have a second tank yet. So, we're just gonna get as much done as we can, then we'll call it a day. Back at it. we go. We've got 2 pans in, except for I could not weld it to the hook right here on both sides because I am out of gas. So I need to go ahead and get some more gas for the welder, and then from there we can go ahead and finish that, and then we got a little bit left to do, and this thing will be ready for primer and paint. E-brake tube, went ahead and cut those flush, welded those shut. Same thing with the heater control tubes. I got all that cleaned up. Just there's no need for it on this car, so there's no need for extra holes to be there. So there we go. We are looking so much better. Man, are we looking good now. Kind of thinking this thing's starting to look like a proper chassis. Ooh, I'm diggy, man. I'm liking it. I'm starting to get excited again. Can you tell? Well, guys, thanks for sticking around. I appreciate it. We got a lot accomplished today. Got pans in the chassis. That's, man, I tell you, I'm excited. I am excited. Now we can finally start pushing forward even more. Now it looks like we're making progress. We've been pushing forward. We've been taking care of all kinds of issues, rot, blah, blah, blah. Now it can finally look like we're making real progress because things are finally starting to go on. What's next? We got a couple little things to do. Then we can prime it. Then we can seam seal it. Then we'll probably prime it again. Then we'll go ahead and throw some paint on there. Yeah, from there, it's assembly. And then back to the body because we still got some stuff to do on that. Probably gonna need to call in some reinforcements on a few things with the body, but let's just get the chassis done. Let's focus on what we can do and move along and put all these new parts onto something. And again, they're new parts. They don't just go on. We got to make them fit. So anyway, thanks guys for being here. I appreciate it. Thanks so much for the support. Until the next time, be kind to one another and always be good.